the National Archives quietly keeps one of the loudest silences in American politics. An erased 18.5-minute gap in the Nixon White House tapes. The date was June 20th, 1972. 3 days earlier, 5 men had been arrested inside the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex. That break-in would become the center of a scandal that ended a presidency. But at the time, the most dangerous evidence was not a memo. It was sound. President Richard Nixon secretly recorded many conversations in the White House. One of those recordings captured a meeting with his chief of staff, H.R. Haldeman, in the executive office building at 11:30 in the morning. The National Archives identifies that same meeting as the one where 18.5 minutes of tape-recorded conversation were erased. That gap became famous because it sits in exactly the wrong place. It happened right after the break-in, in a meeting with one of the closest advisors to Nixon, before the White House tape recordings were turned over to Judge John Sirica in response to a subpoena from the Watergate Special Prosecution Force. Investigators could hear what came before. They could hear what came after. But inside the most suspicious stretch, the audio was gone. In 2000, the National Archives gathered preservation and audio experts to evaluate whether modern technology could recover the erased speech. Their conclusion was blunt. They knew of no available non-destructive technique that could extract the signal that had been erased. They also supported the 1974 conclusion that recovering the erased speech was highly unlikely. That does not mean nobody tried to understand the gap. In 2009, the National Archives convened a forensic team to examine handwritten notes by Haldeman from the same meeting. Those notes were permanent records, and the examination was completed. But notes are not the same as hearing the conversation itself. That is why the 18.5-minute gap still matters. It is not an internet theory. It is an absence inside an official archive. The mystery is not whether the tape exists. It does. The mystery is what those missing minutes contained, and whether the most important part of a national scandal was removed before history could hear it. Follow Unsolved Archives. We read the reports so you do not have to.